Good morning, boys and girls. Mr. Linares again, and today's objective. You will know that tenths make up a whole. You will understand that a number line is made up of tenths, and you will be able to create a number line with the value of tenths with a specific point using variables. Variables are letters. We talked about those last year. Basically, what we need to do is just like in a ruler, it begins with 0, and then you have a 1, right? Between these two places are decimals. I know that halfway is a 5, okay? And basically, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the fifth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that would complete our whole. But as in decimals to the tenths, we must know that in between here and there, these are tenths. So my first one is going to be 0 and 1/10. Second one is 0 and 2/10. 0 and 3/10. 0 and 4/10, which makes the 0 and 5/10 right in the middle. Then we have 0 and 6/10. 0 and 7/10. 0 and 8/10. 0 and 9/10. And when we get to the 1, it's basically saying 10 over 10. So that makes it a complete number, a whole number, which is that right there. Now, here's the tricky part. What you got to remember is that it keeps going, okay? So after 1, the next whole number is 2. What's in between 1 and 2? Well, we said it was 5. Okay, so then we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. Then we're going to make 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then now that we know that each one of these are tenths here, we're going to put them on this number line here. But here's the catch. Now you have a whole number. So in the beginning, you had 0 as your whole number because it began with 0. So this time you have 1. So the whole place value is going to be 1 and 1/10. 1 and 2/10. 1 and 3/10. 1 and 4/10. And this will be 1 and 5/10. Then 1 and 6/10. 1 and 7/10. 1 and 8/10. And 1 and 9/10. When that 9 becomes a 10, it becomes a whole number, and they round up to 2. Okay? Here's the tricky part. Now, this is where I want you to think. Let's say you have a portion that it is, let's say the ruler goes up to 22. Okay? Your next whole number is going to be 23. Well, what's in the middle? We know that 5 is in the middle, right? I'm going to make this one pretty small. We're going to add a decimal to it. We're going to do our 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it kind of, excuse me, they're a little bit off. But anyways, this is the whole number. So now the whole number is 22 and 1/10. 22 and 2/10. 22 and 3/10. 22 and 4/10, and that makes 22 and 5/10. Okay, so as you notice, the whole number stays in front of the decimal, and it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but in tenths. What's after 22 and 5/10? Well, we got 22 and 6/10. Then we got 22 and 7/10. Then we got 22 and 8/10, and then we have 22 and 9/10. There you go, boys and girls. Now, how do I find a specific point on a number line? Let's try it out. And I'm going to start simple, boys and girls. I'm going to write 0, and I'm going to write 1. I'm not going to mark these because I want you to mark these on your own. Okay, let's say the point, the variable is right here, and I'm gonna label it W. What is the specific point on this number line? How do I find out? Remember, you can begin from the very first line, and that is 1, 2, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 8 tenths, and 9 tenths. Okay, what whole number is in front of it? 0. So where is W on the number line? Where is that specific point? W equals 0 and 7 tenths. Thank you, boys and girls. As you remember, stay fantastic today, tomorrow, and forever.